What's good, y'all? It's your boy Zoetic, and welcome to episode 2 of my collection.
Chilling in the cut like C-sections. Breaking records, I ain't talking about my collection.
First up, I got a CD here that I want to talk about. This is Prodigy and Alchemist, Albert Einstein. This joint dropped in 2013. And this is, Prodigy and Alchemist, they work together so many times, time after time. And this one, for me personally, is my favorite. I was really young when this came out, but he was working with all the dope underground MCs that I was listening to at the time. Rock Marcy, Domo Genesis, Action Bronson. I mean, this album is just amazing. Alchemist's production is ridiculous. He has a verse on here actually on Bible paper that's just bananas. I feel like Alchemist should rap a little bit more. Really love this album right here. Rest in peace, Prodigy, man. One of the best of all time. One of the greatest catalogs of all time. Dude just has so many albums and mixtapes, and including the Mobb Deep stuff. It's just ridiculous. So, rest in peace, Prodigy. All right, next up, I want to talk about this book that I got here. This is Charlie Wilson's autobiography. This was a really cool read that I picked up just down the street at 2nd and Charles. This is a crazy, really, really introspective look into Charlie Wilson. I didn't realize he went through what he went through. The dude just went down a real dark place, after the Gap Band fame, and that stuff kind of drove him to drugs and drove him to just a lot of mental issues. And he was able to get his life together and work with some newer artists like Snoop and Pharrell. Of course, they used him for a lot of that early 2000 stuff that they were creating, and kind of revived him as an artist and just as a person. He was, found God and everything, kind of saved him. So I think this is a really, really, really good book. You hear it firsthand from him, just the journey that he's went through and everything that he's gone to get to where he is now. One of the most amazing vocalists in R&B, soul music of all time. Charlie Wilson, really dope autobiography. All right, next up, I got a record over here. This right here is Santana, Abraxas, the second album from the band. This is like one of my favorite albums of all time type shit, you know what I'm saying? I got it tattooed right here on my arm just because this means so much to me. It means so much to my family. Just growing up, I don't even know life without the music on this album, So really, really important stuff to me. Santana, one of the greatest discographies of all time. I got the shirt right here. Supernatural tour. I went on 2019 here in Denver, at the Pepsi Center. Man, that was a spiritual experience. It wasn't even a concert. And actually, the Doobie Brothers opened up for him, and I guess I forgot just how many hits those dudes had. They kept going, and I was really pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed the Doobie Brothers and Santana, of course, still going strong. And in his later career, that's the longevity that an artist could only pray for. So Santana Abraxas, my favorite of all time. All right, next up, I got a little DVD right here. This is the Woodstock Documentary, classic Woodstock Documentary. I just barely watched this, I think last year, 2 years ago maybe. I picked it up at a local record store here in Denver. And incredible classic concert footage. Stuff that's going down in history. But as far as attending, it looked terrible. They declared the place a disaster area. There was just so many people. It rained. It just looked gross. It looked dirty. It looked nasty to be there. But yeah, I guess that was what the times were. 69, everybody was just wilding out. They didn't really care about any of that type of shit. And I think that's pretty cool to witness from afar. You know what I'm saying? But this is a really cool documentary. Obviously, classic concert footage from just the greats in classic rock. I don't know why I had never gotten around to seeing it or watching it, but I really enjoyed it just as a music fan. Checking out the history of it is pretty cool. Woodstock Documentary. All right, now the last thing I got here is a shirt that I just recently purchased. This is the Prince Sign of the Times reissue that the estate just recently did. They did a merch bundle. They did a super deluxe vinyl and CD bundle. The super deluxe was incredible. I mean, it was, I can't even really get into how I feel about it. There's just so much stuff on there that I have never heard being a young Prince fan. I know a lot of older Prince fans had heard some of the stuff that was on there through Vault, bootlegs and stuff like that were going around back in the days. But I've even heard older Prince heads say that the stuff is really different, hearing it clean and mastered and mixed the way it's supposed to sound as compared to the old bootleg tape hissing. You know, tapes have been dubbed over and over, so you got such a terrible sound quality by the time it gets to you. But that's real head stuff right there. That's real stuff that music fans search for and look for because it's what interests them. And to hear that stuff now, you know, as a youngster, just doing my homework and doing my research on all the new stuff that came out, it's just incredible. I don't even understand how one artist can create all of these different styles and sounds and genres of music. I mean, he's his own genre. But yeah, I mean, I could talk about Prince for hours, so I guess I should kind of cut this short. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been episode 2 of my collection. Stay tuned for some more episodes of this, and I hope y'all have a good one. Peace out.